So, why skill sets? Why do we have skill sets at all? Because there's lots of benefits to skill sets. Skill sets allow flexibility and responsiveness. They package competencies to address workplace skills and workplace outcomes where perhaps a full qualification is not appropriate or not what's required. They can be standalone, where a business just needs a specific set of skills. They provide smaller chunks, which can be an opportunity for RTOs to engage with businesses and learners and get them started with training. So it's something manageable and can be a good beginning for a business and an RTO to start a working relationship with. Skill sets can provide quick wins and they build towards a qualification. In this area of sustainability, these skill sets have been developed primarily for existing workers, for people that are already in businesses that are trying to or want to improve their energy efficiency and their sustainability.
Today we're going to focus on the 6 energy efficiency skill sets. These are formal skill sets that have been added to the MSS 11 Sustainability Training Package. They cover the skills needed to identify and measure energy consumption and to choose the best energy improvements and implement them. These are identified as essential skills for energy efficiency, so skills that can help things get going and get started even if the learner or the business doesn't want to or isn't ready for a full qualification. They are designed to meet on-the-job requirements and skills, and ideally they'll be delivered with existing workers. Energy efficiency is not just about measuring, so the skill sets do include the skills for communications and making the business case, all those things that go into actually making the improvements happen. You can see from the diagram there that the skill sets do relate to each other and complement each other. For example, determine energy usage might provide the data and information for someone to use in the skill set about recommending energy improvements. They can build as a pathway. So if a business wanted their team leaders to improve energy efficiency for their process lines, they might use audit energy use for a work area first. That would be measuring the energy use, making the recommendations and so on. And then they could go on to do the improve energy use skill set, and that would be moving on to making the decisions and implementing and monitoring the changes. Another scenario might be a technician where they might want to build their skills in measurement and auditing. They might start at AQF4 with the audit energy use skill set and move up through the AQF levels. So we'll have another poll. We wanted to get a sense of where you're at with energy efficiency. We've got a number of options there, so probably obvious. We're not doing formal research, so just pick the one that best fits. See how many self-proclaimed experts we've got. Only 2? 1. Oh, come on. Total's going. Is that about everybody? So there's quite a spread of different expertise and interest and experience with energy efficiency. And it is an area where people might be personally committed. I can see there's quite a few people already doing it at home, some doing it in the workplace, but often people are personally committed but perhaps not sure how to implement it across into the work environment. And as an RTO, you'll find that this is the case with your clients and learners as well. So there's likely to be a wide variety of expertise and different levels of competency will be required. Thanks for that. Wendy's going to run through each of the skill sets for us.
So what are the 6 skill sets for energy efficiency? These are the codes and the names of the energy efficiency skill sets. We'd like you to understand that the codes bear no relationship to the AQF levels or to any specified order of delivery. Just as there are different areas of expertise among the people attending the conference, we have different levels of the skill sets. And which skill set or sets that you use in a particular situation will depend on the business and the learner. So who are the skill sets for? The Australian Qualification Framework, or AQF levels, apply to different job roles in businesses. For example, AQF4 is appropriate for team leaders of a production line, whereas AQF 8 is for higher level managers. We have aligned the skill sets to AQF levels in this slide, and this will assist you to choose the skill set most appropriate for the business needs. For example, skill set 6, reduce sustainability risk, is aimed at managers with a responsibility for sustainability of a whole business. Energy efficiency is a subset of sustainability. So some of the units in the skill sets do require you to look at the social, economic and environmental aspects of sustainability, and these are broader than energy efficiency. This is unlikely to be a problem in practice because, of course, improving energy use is one of the most significant sustainability issues, and energy use has economic, social and environmental impacts. As all aspects of the unit of competency must be covered in the assessment, you will need to incorporate sustainability analysis when delivering the energy efficiency skill sets. Now let's have a look a little bit more detail of the skill sets, and we've chosen to present them to you in AQF levels because this is where the job roles are, and these are clearly designed to be appropriate for particular job roles. So as I've just said, AQF 4 is applicable to people that might be team leaders, heads of process lines, people that might be working in a small business and have responsibility there. All of this information is on the Sustainability Skills website, which is sustainabilityskills.net.au under the Sustainability Skills Resources tab. For team leaders and supervisors at AQF 4, the skill sets focus on measuring energy use and making improvements to a work area, to a small chunk of a work process. The skill sets at AQF 4 are for people with some responsibility for a small part of an organisation, such as production line or a small business. This is the work or process area that's referred to in the unit of competency. The key step in the skill set is to put some boundaries around the scope and the complexity of the work. Skill set 1, audit energy usage for a work area, looks at the sustainability impacts of the work and uses this information to plan an audit and analysis of the energy use. The data and information about the energy use is then used to work out how the improvements to energy use could be made. Improve energy use for a work area is used to make the improvements that have been identified in skill set 1. Audit energy use for a work area. These two skill sets both use the words work area in the titles, so that enables you to understand or gives you the key that they're for a small portion of what might go in a large organisation. At AQF 5, the skill sets are for managers and technical specialists with responsibility for improving efficiency, either alone or part of a team. These skill sets focus on determining energy usage and making recommendations for improvements for entire process or organisation, particularly those with energy-intensive processes such as cement manufacturing or foundries. Skill set 2, determine energy usage, audits the process or site for energy use and identifies wasted energy. It includes measuring a carbon footprint and determining priority areas for improvement based on a benefit-cost analysis. That information could then be fed into Skill Set 5, recommend energy improvements, and Skill Set 6, reduce sustainability risk. Skill Set 3, improve energy usage for a process or organisation, covers making improvements to energy usage based on available data and ensuring that improvements are embedded in day-to-day work. It includes developing an energy conservation plan, an energy trading plan, and investigating alternative sources of energy. At AQF 8, the skill sets are for senior technicians and engineers who are responsible for sustainability impacts for a whole process or site. And they would use Skill Set 5, recommend energy improvements. I've just seen that Linda F. has asked what is AQF Level 8. AQF 8 is what is included in the vocational graduate certificates or the vocational graduate diplomas. They're generally for applied to graduates, so in the way MSS 11, the Sustainability Operations Training Package, has been written, therefore for for managers, for engineers, for science graduates, for people that already have a good background in what it is they're doing, who are getting some additional skills. I hope that helps understand. This skill set uses energy balancing to identify the energy-intensive steps of a process and where waste's occurring, and when recommending energy improvements. Managers and senior technologists would use the skill set 6, reduce sustainability risk, to help their business determine the sustainability priorities and gain approval for recommendations to reduce sustainability risk. That skill set covers economic, social and environmental sustainability and may result in the development of a strategic sustainability plan. Once again, key step here is to put boundaries around the scope of the work. Which sites or processes and how far up and down the value chain are we going to go?